What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building and just wanted to drop a quick video before I get this work day started. Happy New Year to everybody. It's 2024. Never thought I'd say 2024 in my life. Whew, it's crazy. But yeah, man, just want to make a quick video. Obviously, y'all seen the videos this weekend. You know, them Cardinals got that victory like I said they would. We gave Joe the blues on Sunday, so that felt well. We gave Joe the blues yesterday, so that felt good on the best of enemies. Go check out both those shows that we did. They're flaming right now, so go ahead and hit that like button. Go check it out. But this video, right quick, is to talk about these playoffs and these playoff scenarios and what the Cowboys may see in these playoffs or who they may want to see in these playoffs and home field or traveling. Now, me personally, this stuff been stuff in the air. Shout out to my guy Tuck. Boss Cowboys both said this. They said that you know it wouldn't matter for them to go on the road, especially you playing Tampa Bay, the weaker the opponent. Um, Dallas don't really have home field advantage because of the crowd. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with those things that the Cowboys don't have that home field advantage like maybe like the Steelers or damn, who got really good home advantage? Seattle, them type of teams that we seen that 12th man that they just have that home field advantage. Dallas don't be having that because we don't be having that raucous crowd all the time. We're always sitting on our hands because we wondering if the Cowboys are going to choke or they're going to fail, and that's why I feel like the crowd don't be all the way in all the time because they know how the Cowboys be acting, how they be tripping. But I mean, you got to give something if you won 16 to 18. I don't know, one of those two numbers that you won that many games in a row. That has to apply for something. And this year, these home games have been electric. That Detroit game, yes, I heard that the it wasn't the tailgating wasn't all that. I heard from BJ Nix and all those guys. But this is going to be the playoffs, dog. I believe the crowd is going to be a lot different. That Philadelphia game was electric. I wasn't there. I was trying to be there, but that game was electric, and you can't tell me that crowd didn't help the Cowboys just really take it to another level, beating the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the opponent that we really wanted to kick their butts, and that crowd really sent us. That crowd was crazy. That crowd was loud. That crowd was crazy, and it can be like that in these playoffs. And I just feel like I'd rather see the Cowboys start at home this year just for the confidence builder. You feel me? Now, you still have to win, and we're not counting anything because you still have to go to Washington and beat Washington. Washington, y'all know I hate them. That's one of my most hated rivals. But that would be a good game for Dallas because even though they're not a winning team, that is still a rival team. They beat y'all last year, the last game of the year, and Sam Howell was talking all that trash, and they would love nothing better than to spoil the Cowboys from winning the East and getting that number two seed. So I think they're definitely going to bring it maybe early. So that's going to be a good game for the Cowboys because that's going to be on the road. You need that game, so it means something. Before it didn't mean anything, in my opinion. Couple weeks ago, it didn't mean anything. You probably would have rested the starters. Now you have the opportunity to win the East, so this game means something. So this will be a good barometer for you to go on the road, win a tough game that you need to win for your confidence, and then you get to go back home and get two go home games and then possibly go to the championship game wherever, maybe San Francisco. I'm cool with that. Okay, I'm cool with that because that confidence, I feel like that crowd will be a little different this year because of what's at stake. You had the curse, you had Jimmy Johnson just get put in the Ring of Honor. I've already talked about in other things how you won a game in Detroit that you usually don't win. After that Ring of Honor, the Eagles lose to the Cardinals. The Cowboys control their own destiny now. Now you can get a couple of home games. I like that. So let me get to the meat of this before I get off here. Right now, and I think I'm going to show it if I can, the seeding where it is right now. Cowboys are currently the number two seed. So if the playoffs ended right now, Cowboys will host Green Bay. Then they'll play the winner of Detroit and the Rams, and then whoever, if then possibly San Francisco if you got to go play them. My dog Mike White said 3 weeks ago he don't want to play them Green Bay Packers. I get it. They're surging right now. Jordan Love is playing really good football. Aaron Jones always gives us problems in the run game. Green Bay's defense is But Jordan Love is playing some good football. And I feel you, Mike. I ain't mad at you. I feel you, Mike. Before I said, I ain't worried about no Green Bay, but now I've been looking at it. And because you said it, now I'm just like paranoid about it. Like, oh, he said don't play the Packers and then we might play them. I don't want no spooky stuff going on. You feel me? But they're playing good football right now. I ain't scared of them. We can definitely beat them, but they're playing good football. So I can see where Mike's coming from. Like, I don't want to play them. So here's a scenario that I seen on the Cowboys Wire. I don't quote me on this because y'all love jumping in here. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't have the exact numbers, so you can check me if you like. But this is the scenario. If you wanted a scenario that you would want to get, this could be a good scenario. So this is a scenario that the Cowboys Wire had put out there, that the Cowboys go and beat Washington. The Rams beat the Niners. Minnesota wins out. Seattle loses a game. Then you would have Minnesota, if I'm correct, if what I read this right, Minnesota would go to Dallas. Minnesota would go to Dallas, and then, so as I was saying, I had to pause the video right quick. I was at work, I had to talk to my boss right quick. But the scenario is Dallas would play Minnesota, right? Dallas would play Minnesota, and then the Rams, between Rams, if they play Minnesota, then they would either have to play the Eagles now, because the Buccaneers and Eagles, whoever will win that game would go to Dallas. So Dallas will play Minnesota, the winner of the Eagles Bucks at home, and then possibly go, if the Rams upset whatever, they could do three straight games home, I think. But definitely two with Minnesota and the winner of Tampa and Philly. And I would definitely love to play Philly again in that second round. Or if you got Tampa Bay. But they will both be at home. And then possibly you could get the third game either at home or you got to go to San Francisco. That's a scenario that, if you're looking at the easier teams, that would be the better stretch to do it, because you got the Vikings and either Bucks or Eagles and then whoever. That's the scenario that would be the easier route, instead of playing those Packers and possibly either the Lions or the Rams, because the Lions barely got past them, but you won. The Rams are hot right now. They won like 4 in a row, and that running back is playing good. Matthew Stafford's playing pretty decent football. So those are kind of the scenarios right now. Me personally, I'm like this. Whether you go on the road or whether you go at home, it's going to be pressure either way, because people are expecting Dallas to choke once again, right? People are expecting Dallas to choke, Dak to choke, everybody to choke. So whether you win it at home, or whether you go on the road, or whether you have to do this at home, it ain't going to matter, because people are going to be waiting for you to talk trash, and there's going to be hella pressure if you have to go on the road and play. There's going to be hella pressure at the crib, because this is going to be pressure because everybody's waiting to see what the Cowboys going to do in the playoffs. Nobody was caring about the regular season. I wasn't, because I said the Cowboys going to be 13-4 this year. They end up possibly being 12-5, right? So I was one game off. So we already knew they were going to the playoffs. I didn't care about the regular season this year because I already knew they were going to the playoffs this year. There was going to be no step back like people were talking about. Oh, they're going to take a step back, Kellen Moore. No, it ain't. No, it wasn't. You were going to win 10 games again at least, and you're going to the playoffs again. This season is all about the playoffs. What are the boys going to do in the playoffs? So there's going to be pressure away. There's going to be pressure at home. So it ain't really going to matter either way. Let's keep it real, because there's going to be pressure. But I'd rather the Cowboys get those 2 home games, win on the road against Washington, confidence builder, then play at home. I'm not talking about the crowd, but I think the crowd will be in it. But Dallas has been really good at home. Why not take those odds this year? I'll take those odds this year, especially if you can get a Minnesota and possibly Philly or Tampa. I would like that. But if we got them Packers, I'm rolling with it too. If we got either them Lions or Rams, I'm rolling with it too. Dallas is going to have to show what they're made of this year in the playoffs, regardless who they play. There's going to be pressure regardless who they play. So they're just going to have to handle their business. Big Game James, check me out. Peace.